Okay, I got it. Hi, everyone. Good morning. So my name is Rohan Hall, and I'm the founder CEO of Osisha Ventures. Osisha Venture focuses on building digital twins and other AI-first technologies. My background is I am also an author of a book called The Conversions of AI and the Top 10 Emerging Technologies. And what I explore in that book is literally how technologies like AI and blockchain and quantum computing and edge computing and neuromorphic, the top 10 emerging technologies, how they're emerging, how they're converging, and what you should expect over the next few years. And so digital twins happens to be one of them. These are some of the companies that I've worked with over the years: Oracle, HP, Corning. One notable one is Capital Group American Funds, since you guys are all investors. You may know of Capital Group. They're 3 trillion AUM financial services company. So I worked with the company as a senior architect, and the whole purpose of it was basically a think tank in figuring out what's coming over the next 5 to 10 years. And so in many ways, that was the basis for a lot of the work I've done since then. So um, about a week or so ago, I live in Irvine, in Orange County, California, and I had a meeting in Newport Beach, and that's about 20 minutes away from where I live. And after leaving the house, a few minutes, I realized, oh crap, I don't have my phone, and panic, right? So in the past, if you forgot your wallet, you'd have panicked. Today, if I forget my wallet, I don't panic. I have some credit cards and like nothing else in it. In my phone, I have my credit card, I have navigation, I have everything, right? And I'm like, oh crap. Then you start thinking, if I get stopped by a cop, if I'm speeding, oh my God, my Geico, everything, right? Everything is in my phone, right? And I'm like, okay, I turn around because I wouldn't turn around for my wallet, but I would turn around for my phone, right? And I think many of us would do the same. More than that, if we're in the living room watching TV, and you go to the kitchen to get something, you probably also take your phone. Why? If you're going to the restroom, you may actually take your phone. If you watch your kids, right, and what they do. So the phone is no longer just the phone. It is not just the device. It's not just hardware. It's not just software. The phone has become an extension of you. And that's really, really an important distinction here, right? And so what we used to call before, integrated technology with people, we kind of use the word cyborg a lot back in the day. Not saying that we are, but if you think about what we're doing now, we've extended ourselves with technologies. So the question is, so what's next, right? So if the phone is already an extension of you, your memory, your navigation, your identity, then what's really next, right? Well, the next layer is really not a device, it's really a better you. It's literally a digital representation that's always present, always acting on your behalf. And that's really what digital twins are, and that's really where we're heading today. So, not going too far back, but we're coming from a tools era where we use a hammer and hit a nail, right? Or we're using computers and software and we're manually telling it what to do. And then we kind of got in the interface era in the last decade, and we were looking at smartphones and apps, but you're still really telling it what to do. And now we kind of dropped into the AI era. And the AI era is more like generic AI. So we have the chat GPTs and the copilots and the Claudes, etc. And those are kind of generic data. They know everything about everything, but they don't really know you, right? And so every time you use them, you have to give back context to tell them who you are and what you're trying to do. With the digital twin era, that's changing, and that will change. It's more personalized, it's context aware, it's authorized to act on your behalf. The technology becomes you, but more than that, it extends you. And that's really where we're heading into right now, is that phase of technology. So instead of the technology not knowing where I'm at, it knows I'm standing here, it knows what I'm doing, it knows I'm not in Orange County, I'm not home, and then it will actually provide services to me without me even having to tell it to do so in most cases. So we're coming from using technology to actually being represented by the technology. So in the old model, you were using technology as tools. You open an app, you type queries, you navigate, etc. In the new model, your digital twin will use the tools on behalf of you to provide services for you based on context, location, where you are. It will literally help you to do things that you don't literally want to do. It doesn't matter where you are. One example I use is that in the future, maybe I'll be in Paris. My French hasn't become better. It's okay though, but I'm still working on it. My digital twin will know where I'm at. It will understand the context. It will know what's on the menu. It will order for me. It will literally take care of that full engagement. And when I leave, it will pay my bill, and I don't have to touch or tell it to do that because I've pre-authorized it to be able to take actions like this. What is actually the digital twin? What's different about it? It's trained on your knowledge. It's personalized. It's very, very personalization. Every single person will have their own personalized digital twin, not the generic AI technology that we have right now. It's aligned with your goals. It knows what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, where you're trying to go. It understands this. It's constantly learning, collecting data about you, and can correctly represent you. It's contextualized, right? To understand your relationships, your calendars, all of these things. It knows when it's time to buy your wife a gift or flowers or whatever it is, remind you, but more than reminding you, it will actually do it on your behalf if you've already permissioned it to do so. And it's authorized to act. And those are really, really key differentiators regarding what we're doing now versus what we'll be doing once we get further into this era. So generic AI versus digital twin, generic, which is what we're focusing on right now, knows everything about the world, but not about you. It's stateless, prompt-driven, and same experience for everyone. For a digital twin, it knows you, your context, history, preferences, persistent memory, context-driven. It can anticipate what you want before you actually even know what you want, and it's unique to you, and it's a digital representation of you. So this is already happening. We're building a lot of these technologies that are content creation and authority, our OSISHA technology, customer support and engagement, sales conversation. We also have a platform called Speak and Play that analyze kids and can tell if the kid's autistic or have speech delays, and digital twins can help the kid and the parents with that. Here's one of the digital twins, OSISHA. My digital twin is on the platform, does onboarding, does support, does all the things that you would normally need a human being to do. And it actually creates digital twins for our customers. Our customers are experts that want to be discovered and have authority in the digital world. This is our digital twin for Speak and Play. It was trained on Matthew Guggamos, which is one of the partners in the company. He's a speech language pathologist for 20 years, and the digital twin represents him and his knowledge to the different users of the platform. Where do they live? Digital twins are by default multimodal, so audio, video, they're in smart glasses, AR, wearables, ambient computing. So it's constantly learning and collecting data about you and leverages that data for you. I always speak about conversion emergent tech. In this case, we're looking at AI, identity, communication systems, interfaces, data. You pull all of those together with the right infrastructure, and then you start having the beginning of digital twin technologies. The next decade, so the way that I said about the phones, that we can barely survive without the phones even for a few minutes, digital twins will be the next layer of human interaction. So basically, you will not really be able to go out, interact, and do your day-to-day things in the future without a digital twin, because you'll need that layer of intelligence to be able to interact with everybody else that will also have their own layer of intelligence. So that's really where we're heading. Again, my name is Rohan Hall, OSISHA Ventures. You can contact me this way or look me up on LinkedIn. Any questions? Thank you, thank you. Okay. Um, questions?
So this is working, very exciting. How do you onboard all that information and how do you keep it relevant? In other words, what's the interface between the individual being twinned, being made a twin of, and keeping up with all of that?
So for OSISHA, when you onboard, My digital twin is the AI concierge. I will welcome you. Hey, good to meet you. Welcome aboard. This is what you do next, right? And so we will actually allow you to upload whatever content you have in whatever format, whether it's video or audio or documents or website URL. So we're creating a digital twin for every person. So that digital twin needs to learn about your expertise in this particular implementation, right? So it does that, but it also does a full interview. So I have a podcast. It's called Explainable AI. It goes to over to more than a couple million people. But it's based on a podcast style interview. So I can get much, much deeper details about you and your expertise with our AI doing a full podcast style interview with you. And so now we're using that data to train the digital twin. And then once we do that, then we're able to create content every day for you without you asking for it, for all the AI engines, for all the social platforms and everything like that.
But it won't scale if you have to be having people listen to your podcast or any human being involved. So at any point, will the onboarding person be interacting with AI directly? And if so, how do you keep guardrails on it so you don't have the problem with therapy and AIs convincing people to commit suicide or get married?
Okay, and we're talking two different platforms. So for the platform that we're using to for autism, for example, it's educated on a speech language pathologist, and it only uses that information. The other platform that we have, um, it literally train a digital twin for each individual person based on their expertise. And from the moment you sign up, you're interacting with a digital twin. So the entire user interface, another thing, guys, user interfaces will be multimodal. So the entire user interface is multimodal. So from the very moment you're speaking to my digital twin, and it can guide you and help you with any questions you have about the platform, what we're doing, what you can do, etc. Quick question.
Once you create your digital twin, how do you ensure cybersecurity from attack, somebody misimpersonating and, using it in an unethical way?
I've built tons of tech in blockchain, crypto, financial services. I know a lot about cybersecurity, so we're pretty safe. And one of the questions people often ask, all the data stays on our platform. We have the full, infrastructure, architecture, everything. Nothing goes to ChatGPT, OpenAI, etc. So all the data is secure. All the data you use to train your digital twin is yours. You can take it whenever you want. You can delete it. It's not used to train anything else. Okay.
Great job, Rohan Hall.
Thank you, everyone.
Fantastic.